I love it.
I love it.
Hey, guys, the Denver Broncos are 3-4. Their quarterback is Drew Lock. Does he play like Tom Brady? No. Does he exude confidence like Tom Brady? Oh, that is a resounding yes. Please check out the dance moves. This kind of dancing confidence, you don't just get this on a whim. You are born with it, you go to preschool with it, and you go to Pop Warner with it. And when you are able to, and we'll show you what it's like when you on Pop Warner, and you have the dance moves to back your confidence up. Look at number 3. We all see it. We all see it. Watch the moves. So guys like this little kid and Drew Lock and Tom Brady and me, the dancing confidence we have, we were born with it. So the next time you want to poke a little fun, we may not make it as superstars in our craft. Sorry, Drew Lock, but we have fun doing it. All right, let's get you ready for week 9. All eyes on Bucs Saints, the rematch of the season opener. Bucs at 6-2, Saints at 5-2. You got divisional supremacy on the line. Remember, Drew Brees took care of business in the first matchup. But Brady's got this Bucs team playing awfully well right now, as Brandon reminds us every day. With that, it is time for his keys to the game. We're going to call it Brandon's keys to the game. It just flows better. Brandon, what are your keys to the Saints upsetting the Bucs?
Here we go. Let's jump right in. Number 1, you got to protect old man. Drew Brees, you can't allow him to be hit more than twice this game. Look, Wednesday he did not practice, but that's no news because he hasn't thrown the ball on a Wednesday practice for the last several years. So that's no news. When I used to get in a huddle, Drew Brees would be in there. He would say, okay, we're going to go I right Z zig and we're going to go X dagger. And then all of a sudden he drops back and he wouldn't throw the ball. Teddy B would be throwing the ball. I'd be like, wow, what's going on here? Well, Drew doesn't throw on Wednesday. But what it is a big deal is on Thursday, Drew Brees he's not participating, limited. So could this be something? They need to protect this guy if he's going to take the field. He has been limited in practice all week long. Number 2, Michael Thomas is finally back. He hasn't played since week 1. Throw this man the ball. Feed him. He's ready to go. He has way more energy than he needs. 15 targets. And if you do that, you could potentially find yourself upsetting the Tampa Bay Bucs. Number 3. Oh, these guys don't like each other, Nick. It's like me and you talking about quarterbacks. Something happens every single Sunday when they take the field against each other. Lattimore needs to limit Mike Evans to 50 yards. Week 1, 1 reception, 2 yards. Mike Evans, let's go, baby.
All right, so
those
I
are the
want to
keys,
focus
Jenna.
for
What
a
do you
moment,
think?
Brandon, listen, I think those are great, especially because I think the Saints are going to win. So I think they're going to be able to check all of those off. But the one that I'm most interested in is the second one. Because of my, did you get something in your eye there, Brandon? Jeez, my God, my take came through the screen and
Saints
hit him right
are
in the
going
face.
to win. I mean, you just said that. You just said that so
you just gave me the keys.
The Saints are going to
you
win.
just gave me the keys. You laid it all out how it's going to happen. But in order for them to win, Michael Thomas does have to be a huge part of this. And I want to ask you, as a receiver, how much rust should we expect? Because obviously, you've got the offseason when there's no preseason, a different type of training camp. He plays week 1. He has 3 catches for 17 yards week 1, and then gets hurt at a meaningless play at the very end of the game when he shouldn't have been in there, and now hasn't played for 2 months. So Michael Thomas hasn't had a really big game since January. It's November. Like, do you think if he is healthy, he's going to be able to just pick up right where he left off last season? Or should we expect some real rust here?
Well, there may be a little rust. Now, I'm more concerned about AB just jumping in and just, contributing right away. But Michael Thomas has been on the field off and on for the last couple weeks. He's been in those meetings. He's been in the lab getting catches. He's been doing what he needs to do to get back into mid-season form. So I'm not concerned about Mike Evans. Mike Evans and Drew Brees, their chemistry is phenomenal.
Mike Thomas.
When Mike Evans is on the field, Mike Thomas, excuse me. Mike Thomas, when I was there, I mean, every time those two are in a huddle together, the ball is going to him. Like, those guys, their chemistry, that continuity is unbelievable. Some of the best I've ever seen between the duo. So I'm not concerned about them. What I'm concerned about is how healthy is he? He's been having this lingering ankle issue and also a hamstring. But let's see where he's at when he takes the field, Wilds.
So Brandon, about this ankle, because I remember we talked off air about this, that I think for people like me, don't get me wrong, world-class athletes, but never played in the league. When I I've never had a high ankle sprain, and I'm like, and I don't think my ceiling's that high anyway. So I'm like, it's healed now, I can run. But you said like the high ankle sprain is a longer recovery. Like you can play, but you're not necessarily at your best. Can you get into that of how good you think Michael Thomas would be?
Yeah, I go back to, 2014, 2015, playing for the Chicago Bears. First game of the season, messed up my ankle, high ankle. The doctor said 4 to 6 weeks. Can't tell you what I did to get back, but it was just know that I took a lot of pain pills before the game. Following the next week, we played against the San Francisco 49ers. 3 touchdowns, 3 catches, 3 yards. Couldn't do anything, couldn't move, but the stat line looked good as far as touchdowns. It took me 6 weeks to fully recover. So this guy had more than enough time, Jenna, to get back to where he needs to be. He should be fine. Now, does he have, his pop in his legs? Is his conditioning there? That's to be determined. We will see.
Well, sophomore year in high school, I got a high ankle sprain. I was playing volleyball. Oh, I thought it was story time. Okay, sorry. Well, I'll do mine later. Time for Take Your Pick. Breeze and Brady have been passing the baton back and forth all season as the NFL's all-time leading touchdown passer. Tom coming into this one with 561. Breeze just behind him at 560. Who finishes the game with the touchdown record, Breeze or Brady? Brandon, back to you. Take your pick.
Oh, I'm definitely going with Tom Brady. He's the better quarterback at this point. Drew Brees is playing lights out. Since week 3, Drew Brees has been one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. His completion percentages, he's just balling right now. But I'm going with Tampa Tom.
Yeah, I'm going with Brady too, Nick. The ball still isn't flying through the air for Brees. This isn't the Brees of old. And when we look at the stats, Brady kind of does look like the Brady of old.
So I'm going to go with a tie because I think Brady finishes with 2 touchdown passes. Breeze finishes with 3. So that would put them both at 563 for their career. But I have a bonus Take Your Pick. America, if you're viewing, take this pick. If you ever hear Brandon Marshall say, I'm not going to tell you something, pick that he's immediately then going to tell you the thing he said he's not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what I did to get on the field. I took a bunch of pain pills to get on the field. Now let me keep going. So America, take that pick. If Brandon says he's not going to tell you, he is in fact going to exactly tell you, Jenna.
Stay away from drugs, kids. No drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do it. Maybe don't do what he said, but he's going to tell you what he did.
It is all true. I got a couple questions for you. Who do you like this weekend? Who should be on upset alert? Who's got the most to prove? I've got the questions. These guys have the answers. This is next. It's First Things First.